We're live with more Yes, Your Grace. I've done everything in my power to make my model stop blinking, so hopefully it has. As it was stopped, I don't know if it will continue to be stopped, but just hoping on that front. Let's just get to the royal trial. Welcome to the royal trial. We will firstly question any witnesses that have a say in the matter. Then we shall go through gathered evidence. And lastly, we will identify the killer. Some of you are suspects, and I have the right to believe that the real perpetrator is amongst us tonight. And with that, let's hear what witnesses have to say. Your Grace, we have 3 people enlisted as witnesses. Who shall we start with? King Talus's own advisor. Please state your name and tell us what you have to say. The name's Rigo. I was an advisor to King Talus. I have a very important piece of information, Grace. I recognize Lady Lena over there. She visited our castle not long before the royal wedding and threatened King Talus. She said her son was supposed to be the one to marry Lusulia, not Typho. She said that if the wedding were to go ahead, she would come for Talus and his family. We must proceed accordingly, Your Grace. She is clearly the perpetrator. Lies! Shh! You will get to speak at the end, Lady Lena. Thank you, Rigo. This was very useful. Talus's guard, come forth. Please state your name and tell us what you have to say.
My name is Lutfrid, Your Grace. I was King Talus's guard and I served him well. Not well enough, I can hear you say. But know that there was little I could do against poison, especially one that worked so fast. The day King Talus died was a day of shame and guilt for me, and King Ivo is continuing to make me pay the price.
To the point.
All I wanted was to say I've witnessed many people angered Talus, or visiting Talus over the years, but none angered him as much as Noxie. I think we all know how much of a liar he is.
I'm no liar. Were you to shame me in front of the kings?
Order! Talus called him a deceiver after he proposed to help his wife Paloma. Talus knew the only reason Noxie offered his help was to become famous for something he didn't do. Noxie was enraged, claiming he wasn't a fraud and that he would throw Talus.
I see. I do not have any questions. Let's proceed. The peasant from Branca? Come on. Tell us your name and where you are from. Names are... I'm from Lord Ettingetown, Branca, Your Grace. What do you have to say? I own a vineyard in Branca. We've been observing Lord Etten for a while now. He's been acting so strange. Walking around the village in a trance. How dare you tell such falsehoods? Calm down, Etten. One time he pissed all over my grape flowers, and none of my grapes will grow now. How rude. He's not a nice man, Your Grace. I'm convinced it was him who poisoned Talus. This all Hermer. Well, what more do you need? Just get rid of him. Who's next? No one. I think these are all the witnesses we have. Let's proceed to the gathered evidence. An animal tooth. An item so rare only one known person could have returned from such an encounter alive. Noxie the Dragon Slayer, please step forward. This tooth was examined and only one creature fits this unique shape. An Alademon from the far lands of Calador. And who else could have traveled there and back other than the noble knight of honor? Whether Noxie slew the beast or not, he must have worn this charm around his neck as one of his storytelling props. This animal tooth was found in the wine cellar. This is where Noxie could have poured poison in our wine. He wanted to help Talus's wife, Paloma, but the king shamed him instead. Noticed he couldn't bear the feeling of rejection, so he planned to murder King Talus. Lies! I'm truly a man of honor, and I would never do such a thing. King Talus made a fool of me that day. That is true. But I left his castle as ordered. In no way does this prove I killed King Talus, only that I have been to the wine cellar, which I'm not denying. And why would you be sneaking around Revno Castle? It's just looking for a quiet place, to talk to Lady Mona, Sir Friedrich's widow. Well, when we talked, she must have pulled it off my neck. It was a very fascinating conversation. So you admit this item belongs to you? No. Well, it could be mine. I don't know. I have a lot of these things around my neck, but I swear I didn't do anything to the wine. That's enough. Back to the king. An instructional letter. This scribe includes instructions detailing the usage of the poison map of our castle. There's a very specific decorated pattern which matches only one lord who attended the wedding. Lady Lena, please step forward. Only lords from the north decorate their letters in such an elegant way. I believe Lady Lena was the only northern visitor on the wedding night. The letter was found hidden beneath a paving stone in our gardens. The drawings on this letter depict a rowan tree, a symbol of protection against curses. A tree from which lords build their children's cradles to protect them against evil spirits. Lady Lena's boy was cursed, so she used these symbols to try to chase the demons away. There's no question as to who wrote this letter. Lady Lena also seems to have a very good motive for wanting to kill Talus. She threatened to kill him if the wedding took place, and it did. I would never do such a thing, Your Grace. I might have had cold feelings towards King Talus, but there's a difference between not liking someone and killing him at his son's wedding. Besides, if I wanted my son to marry Lursulia, would it not have been better to kill Ivo? Killing his father would make no difference either way. Do you admit this parchment came from your kingdom? No! We don't decorate our letters with rowan trees, but roses. That's enough. Back to the king. The poison phial. With the very substance still inside, we are certain that this belonged to the person who poisoned King Talus. Lord Etten, please step forward. It's common knowledge amongst the royal heads that you have access to all sorts of poisonous substances. Our tests indicate the substance from the phial matches the one used to poison King Talus. Not only that, but it was found near Bronca, a village under your control. Talus was against the dust trade, and as we found out from Lord Lurs, you two were not on the best of terms. With Talus' death, weaker borders with Etana might make it easier for you to distribute dust beyond Davern. By poisoning King Talus, you plan to expand your business, is not the truth. Based on Hermer's testimony, even your own residents know you're up to no good. Nonsense! I may be running a little side business, but this product can now be found literally anywhere. Even markets in Davern are full of distributors. The phial does not prove that I was the one who poisoned Talus. This could have been anyone. Enough! Back to the king. There is no more evidence. Grace, there's no clear answer here. There's no clear answer here, Your Grace. We have to sentence someone, anyone, or else Ivo will put all the blame on you. We did the best we could. It's just politics at this stage. You might want to consider the benefits you gain from each lord, if any. If we sent someone without a lot of evidence against them, though, there are people will sense that it was just a royal wound. I can handle this, Audrey. Based on the evidence, or lack thereof, I sentence. Feels like it's no one. It feels like someone planted this. And we've assembled enough troops. I see no relation between the gathered evidence and the suspects brought here today. Your Grace, you have to point out someone. It doesn't matter whether you think they've done it or not. Otherwise, Ivo will hold you responsible and will sentence you to die. There's no other option. Tonight's evidence does not bring conclusive... I did this! This is interesting. Audrey, what are you... I am responsible for King Talus's death. I wrote the letter. I bought oracle dust in our own streets, and I scattered Lord Noxie's teeth around to take you all off the path. I admit it, I poisoned King Talus. Your grace, it's your part now. Sidani, Asalia, leave now. No! Audrey, traitor of the crown. You've offended your king and tried to put the blame on me. Audrey, advisor of Davern. I sent you to die. Eric, king of Davern. You found the one responsible for my father's death. The outcome of this trial is satisfactory for me, and as such, autonomous forces will aid you in your struggle against Radovia. 3,000 men will be ready to strike when you blow the horn, signaling my men to ambush the enemy. Such is my will. Should have killed Etten. You always loved this view. Is this where the battle will take place? Yes, do you see? Right there in the middle, there's a trail, tight trail leading through. That's where we will hold them off. It's strange. Turns out I was always staring into the end of it all. Hey, nothing ends. If I of us help, we will be victorious. If he helps. You were at the trial, you heard what he said. He'll keep his father's promise, everything will be fine. Speaking of the trial, do you think Audrey really did this? No, of course not. He was just covering your father's stupid arse. I let this happen. This is on me. Let's not worry about that for a second. A lot of things have happened since he left you now. I feel so bad for Audrey. We had our fair share of stress with your mother, too. She's pregnant. You will have a sibling. Congratulations, I guess. It's hard to imagine what she must be going through with the battle on the horizon. Sidani keeps finding more and more ridiculous pets. She can't quite find a replacement for Dusty. Last time I was here, she had a snail? What was it? Smudge. She gave me a hard time about it. I won't forget that. There was also a hedgehog, a fox. I'm worried what she will tame next. Also the chicken. Not as involved with the chicken, though. Well, as a rooster. Yeah, as a rooster. Asalia found a new friend. Turns out she's from Radovia, so your mother expelled her from the castle. She always keeps interesting company. Has she grown up, or is she still a mess? I don't think she'll ever change. Still gives me a lot of trouble, that one. The other night, she pulled another of her pranks. This time on your sister. Asalia doesn't spare anyone. Your husband must be looking for you. I suppose. I miss you, all of you, so much. Come over here. Bruises. I was doing all this to you? What? Oh, no, he wouldn't. He's very kind. He's good to me. He takes care of me. Just like I told you in the letters. Father, please don't tell him. He's the king of Etana now. He has an army that will blindly follow him, even to your gates. Don't say anything. It's better that way. He has better and more stays. Don't anger him more, please. I can't let this bastard treat you like this. I will talk some sense into him. Please don't. There you are. Pack up your things. We're going. Father. You pipsqueak. You think you will wear the crown on your head and you can do whatever you want? What lies did you tell your father this time? Are you plotting against me again, Lord Sulia? I didn't say anything, I promise. She has nothing to do with it. Think I can't see what you do to her? You lay hands on my daughter again, I swear I'm going to. What? Defeat Radovia all by yourself. I think you're forgetting your position here, Eric. I give you my army, and thanks to me, this castle will see another day. You do not tell me what I can or cannot do. Davern is at my mercy, so you better address me with proper respect. Better leave off here. Too much talking will get you and your family into trouble. We're leaving Lusulia before I change my mind. lucky I don't have the choice to punch him. Actually, he's lucky I don't have the choice to throw him off the wall. It appears that we're late. Radovia has already managed to build up some defense. We will need to push them back and create a choke point at the foothills. And you are? Oh, forgive me. I'm here in the absence of Sir Audrey. I'll help you lead the battle, Your Grace. The sky is looking clear. That's good. At least something works in our favor. Here, come with me, Your Grace. Oh, Audrey, I failed you. I've never done it where I don't say anything, because I've never gathered all the evidence and get it done before. I didn't realize Audrey was going to die. We gathered everyone we could. We will make an advance on your mark. Potions, magic. What do we need, Your Grace? Pikes can stop any charging enemy, Your Grace. At your service, Your Grace. Come on, sharp. Weapons ready. Waiting orders, Your Grace. How's it looking? We shouldn't wait much longer. Once we start, there's no way back. We have to defeat the enemy before our army is entirely depleted. I suggest we make a reserve army. You mentioned a reserve army? Right. We would get a small chunk of our main force and set it aside. A reserve can be used to exploit Radovia's sudden mistakes, or to act upon nasty surprises they throw away. Should we create a reserve? That's a good idea. Very well. Seeing the archers are getting ready? Once the battle is started, the archers will be ready for your command. What about the horn? We can use its sound for Ritana. I suggest we use it only if necessary to create an element of surprise. It's time. Do not fear, my brothers. Today is not the day we fall, for we have made strong allies, and in our time of doubt we need to remember that we are not here alone. But we won't need them today, for this is Davern, and we stand our ground. Aye! For Davern! Let's show them. We'll surprise them. Ready for orders. Archers. Oh, I'm forced to use all the archers. Okay. Show them what we got. I'll let the rest know. What's this? Your Grace. Magic. The fog is obstructing our view. We have no idea what is happening down there, and we need to send support immediately. Say the word, and we'll charge in there with our spears, Your Grace. How do you plan to see who to attack? The fog is so thick it fills my lungs. Not to mention that it must be what it must be like down there. One shouldn't rely on vision, but perhaps other senses could help. Unless there is a way to fight magic with magic. Whatever we do, it's your choice, Your Grace. Do your magic, Elena. How is this possible? We're outnumbered. Blow the horn, you fools. I have to do everything myself. Archers. Ow. The fog is gone. We thought we could get an edge, but they brought monsters. They ride armored bisons. Foul beasts are ravaging our army. We need to keep it together. More men on the battlefield could help swarm the enemy, Your Grace. It could also mean more men can die. Hefty bodies and sharp, long horns. The hooves that can crush a man's skull. Not all units are equipped to deal with enemy cavalry. Perhaps we could use a beast professional to hunt them down? Who should we send out, Your Grace? Pikemen are usually useful against such things, but... Go, Bill. Do your best. By the gods, where's Atana? Are they deaf? Blow the horn again. Archers. I think we're only getting... Oh no, we're still getting 2. We're still surviving. You know what to do. A letter, Your Grace. Help isn't coming. This must be falsehood. We had a deal. Your Grace, that's not all. These are not fire arrows. It's magic. Creatures made of flames. I shouldn't have used. Magical fog monsters, now more magic? Focus on defense should be most important in the stage, Grace. Good organization on the battlefield could also be key to the situation. Perhaps a witch could try a spell there. Give them all you got. Darn it. Despite what the letter says, we need to try the horn again. Here we go. Nothing. I sense something bad is coming. Rain. Archers. The last squad, Your Grace. Get ready. That's not as much of a drop as I'd like, but... Can't last much longer, Your Grace, and there's no sign of Atana. The letter was right. What else is there? Just keep on coming. It's been an honor, Your Grace. Don't. This is not the... This does not look good. Some kind of monstrous device? We have no other choice. We have to send everyone in. Gather round. They've shown us the unfamiliar. We've seen beasts, magic, but they haven't yet seen what we have in store. Show them what Davern is made of. Give them hell on my order. Show them your spears. Go forth, Stan. Go forth, Stan. Can't take any more. And in the end, it doesn't even matter. Unfortunate. The gods have saved us all. Unbelievable. You've survived. 20 people. One of them better be Stan. Stan is thankfully alive. Stan. Okay. Eric, King of Davern. I thought justice would find you through Radovia's hands. But I suppose I will need to step in. You didn't think I would believe your alleged proof that you did not murder my father. Surely it seems to me that you have sentenced an innocent person to death. How does that make you feel? I saw through your lies, Eric. You would not only kill someone for your own wrongdoing, but I see that you also perform evil occult practices. You always have a dirty trick up your sleeve, don't you, Eric? I suppose witchcraft is a perfect fit for a deceiver like you. Falling mountains right when you need them? There's no explanation for this other than magic. Is this how you poisoned my father? Magic like this is dangerous and it must be banished. There's only one way to set things right. Davern needs to be purged of all witchcraft, starting from your throne room. I'll remove all things diabolical from this world. The truth will come out. You'll pay for your sins. Ivo, thinking of Itana. As he lost his mind, evil tricks, the collapsing mountains were nothing but sheer luck at a dreadful time. If Itana's army reaches Davern, we will be doomed. Other kings probably won't help us, but I need to try. I will call the King's Summit. Reach out for help from all the royal crowns. Damn it all. What am I going to do without Audrey? He sacrificed himself for this family. If he only knew. This isn't the end. Looks like we will be under siege. We need to stock up on supplies. Perhaps 5 large crates of supplies will be enough. I better chip in whatever we can at the end of each week. Your Grace, I found an old wagon blocking the road. It looked abandoned. I gathered the men, we moved it out of the way. Turned out the wagon was full of gold and supplies. Good. It's Orlando. She's gone. Get out of here. Thank you. Bye. Your Grace, it seems Babushka has given up for now. The villages have cleared and the strange Radovian chicken legs are gone too. Her crows are still dancing in the sky though. She's still out there somewhere, but she can't do much without her men. Thank you very much for your help, Your Grace. I don't know what we would have done without you. You're welcome. I'm happy to hear our villages are safe again. This is a difficult time for all of us. You know, it's not so great when two people who hate you are the people that you could turn to. Your Grace, I went outside to get some carrots from the pantry. I get back and all my pots and pans, jugs, cutlery, and mugs are smashed. I can't even leave the kitchen for 1 second. This is doing of some impo, I'm sure. I tried to lure him out with some onions, but he's a clever little fellow. Worst part, it hasn't happened just once. Every time I go out, I come back to a devastated kitchen. That imp needs to be dealt with straight away. It's just an imp that him cause misery, blah blah blah. I would help you, but I don't have anyone. Grace, I went to milk a cow this morning. To my surprise, our Diddy, the finest, healthiest cow in the village, was not giving anything. Some say that her days are nearing to an end. I say we have a muddy prowling around. He crawls out in the night and milks the cow until he's full. Bloated, he rolls back to where we came from. The youngsters are waiting for the milk, but I have nothing for them. How can we live like this? Buy yourself a new cow. Muddies are practically untraceable. This gold will get you a new cow, or at least you can buy some milk on the market. Thank you, Your Grace. I knew you had the remedy to our problem. Poor Diddy will be replaced. Yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, everyone who could do anything is busy. Go forth, stand. Go forth and conquer this domain. Yes, father? I know recent events have been difficult on you girls. You mean the battle? Yes, and with Luli gone. I know you miss her too. I do, but it's fine, father. We're going to be alright. I knew you couldn't defeat the Radovians. I knew you could defeat the Radovians. It wasn't the easiest on Maya. She knew some of the people. We almost lost. We had no choice. You know that, right? Yes. I know that, father. I'm just glad it's all over. Me too. Darling? To be honest, I have no idea what happened. We were losing. All I saw were fewer and fewer of our soldiers on the battlefield. Thought it was all coming to an end. I called for Ivo's army, but no one showed up. He wanted us to be unprepared. He hoped we would be defeated. We gave him our daughter. Why would he do this? He knows we have no rightful heir. He's just a young king. He doesn't know what he's doing. He sent a letter. It arrived this morning. He said himself he hoped we would be defeated, and then he's going to have to finish this off himself. He announced a war. We've won against Radovia, but I'm not sure we can defeat him. We've lost most of our men. Eric, what are we going to do? Yes, Lursulia, I don't understand why you would do this. We'll work something out, sweetheart. You shouldn't worry, you're pregnant. We must avoid any complications with the pregnancy, my darling. But how can I not worry? Fine, I'll try not to think about this. But you have to promise me you will find a solution. Honey, I'm sorry about everything. What are you talking about? We won, didn't we? I know Ivo didn't help, but I thought everything was fine. It isn't. We've made a big mistake. I spoke to Lursulia before the battle. Her neck was covered in bruises. She begged me not to say anything to him about it. I'm going to kill that Wandot. Bruises? What? This cannot be true. Was it Ivo? I've just spoken to her. But in letters she seemed so happy, Natana. We can't let anything happen to her, Eric. We have to get her out of there as soon as possible. Who knows what the scum will do to her? I need some time to come up with a plan. Stay strong, honey. We will solve this. I really hope we do. I would never forgive myself otherwise. Yep. Yep. That's problematic, to say the very, very least. Welcome and thank you for arriving upon my request. I've asked you all here to seek your guidance, help even. Davern is in danger. As you may know, we just won a battle against Radovia, but a new enemy has arisen. Ivo, King Talos' son, is threatening my people. Even worse, he has my daughter. I fear for her. I suppose you're asking for soldiers. What would we be up against, do you know? Prior to the battle with Radovia, Talos offered me 3,000 men. We expect that this is the army Ivo will bring against us. Bloody hell. Heard of bigger armies, to be sure, but I'm not in position myself to match that. Supposing Corail aids Davern, you'd still be 2,000 men short. Same with us. Prasus, while prosperous, always has only ever had a small army at hand. 1,000 men is the best we could do. You're forgetting that you won't have to take the battle into an open field. Defending the castle with half as many men as the attacker will surely suffice. Davern can count on all of your help then? Not so fast. For starters, Ivo was most likely preparing for this since his father's death. We don't have nearly as much time to prepare, get ready, and march this far. True. Even if we get right to it, it's not easy to move 1,000 men. If we buck right up, we might get to Grimno just on time. Timing isn't the best, but yes, but even if we assume it will work out, it's not that simple, you see. With all these Radovians, I've had quite a challenge in the recent weeks myself. Well, you're the main reason they're even here, wouldn't you agree, Eric? After your recent battle, numerous surviving Radovians have scattered throughout our lands. Help me get rid of the leftovers, then I will give you my army. I want them all gone. Oh, but why not help the poor folks? Is killing them the only option? Not killing per se, just don't help them in any way. Eventually they will have to move elsewhere, or they'll just die from starvation. Slaughter them all would be my advice. Who knows what they brought with them? Barbaric vermin can carry diseases, not to mention the monsters Eric has already had the pleasure of meeting. Trying to starve them will only make them more desperate, so they'll be more likely to be aggressive. I suppose he's not wrong. I'm not a fan of killing, but if I had to choose between my people starving and them, I would choose them. What is wrong with all of you? We should help them. They're people like anyone else. I like you, Eric, so here's my counteroffer. Help any Radovians that you come across, and you'll have my army. Radovians this, Radovians that. I'm tired of this talk. I have no business with them. Yillis is far too distant for them to travel to, and I have nothing to gain from this conversation. I will take my leave. Let him go, the old fool. If the Radovians were able to march through the mountains, there isn't much stopping them marching to Yillis, in my opinion. But what do I know? Look, Eric. I reckon it will take a ton around 19 weeks before they manage to march an army to Davra. Why don't we meet then, and I'll see what I can do for you. Let's say, if I don't have any problems with Radovians, then I will lend you my men. Oh, is that how it is? Are you going to let people starve, Eric? Word gets around. If I hear that you're refusing to help the people of Radovia, then you can count me out. How can I support somebody that's indifferent to people suffering? After all, didn't Ivo already call you a monster? Don't prove him right, Eric. Do what you must. I will see you in 19 weeks. I will come around as well. We can go over everything once again. That could have gone better. Barrett, I thought you'd left. I was on my way, and then I ran into one of your daughters. It seems quite mature for her age, you see. A marriage for an army? And I took you for a fool. I can see that I was wrong. What do you say, then? I need time to gather my thoughts about this. Tona's probably already marching in. They could get here sooner than you think. I could use the company of someone more energetic. The offer stands. If you change your mind, let me know. Why does everyone want to marry everyone? Need supplies. We need 5 crates. Okay. No. I'll need 5 crates, so if I can get to this midpoint, I'd be okay. Not particularly well off, but okay. What? And even we complete some, I didn't get to read the first part of that. And even if we complete some of them, and their armies might not arrive in time, we need to find another way to get more men. But who can help us now? Lords definitely won't be able to give us any more men after we lost all the troops. Perhaps we can muster the villagers. Every hand counts. We helped them before. It's time for them to repay the favor. I don't think many peasants can read those, so sending pigeons won't work. We best send agents and call for them directly. Yeah, I invited Vered, who did show up. Unfortunately, that was before I knew precisely what he wanted. Let's speak to Atholia and see what she says. Yes, father? King Vered asked for your hand. He told me he'd like to marry you. What? King Vered? But he's old. Like, really old. Father, you cannot make me marry him. Of all the people, why would you pick him? Hey. I haven't picked anyone yet. I haven't agreed to his offer yet. I wanted to see what you think first. I'm not sure why. I knew you'd never want this. Of course I would. I'm sorry. I really hope we won't have to. She doesn't want it. That's good enough for me. I'm probably gonna get us all killed, but I'm gonna be a good father while I do it. Or a decent father, at least. Better than mine. Stand! Your Grace. I stopped at an abandoned house on the side of the road. It's full of pans of every sort of size, shape, and color. I don't know who could have such an obsession with pans, but while searching through them, I found some gold. Alright. Your Grace, I have charmed Boguslav's lady. She has forgiven him for selling their barn. Hopefully they will live happily ever after. Or at least until the charm wears off. Yeah, fair enough. Eric, you sent for me. That's all. Thanks for your time. I'll invite Lurs over, see what he has to say. Your Grace, the hunter found Volos. We have buried him by the tree. Did you realize there are no more thunderstorms? It really worked, Your Grace. Oh, I am so grateful for your help. We all are. May the gods have you in their favor. You are a good man. Thank you, Olivia. I'm glad I could help. Happiness of my people means a lot to me. Yes, it does. It's been a pain having to refuse people over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Your Grace, in order to prepare for the siege, it might be a good idea to make improvements to the castle. Equipment and castle reinforcements might prove vital. I've added a list of upgrades for you to check. You'll see those in your weekly summary. Alright. Your Grace, my husband is heavily wounded. He's a local hunter and he had an accident during his last hunt. He was injured by a deer. His antlers got tangled in his quiver and he was pulled from his horse. He survived only because the strap broke. Otherwise the deer would have dragged him across the entire forest. He's very sick now. Is there anything you could do to help us? The witch can help. I think our witch has healed more serious wounds in the past. She should be able to help your husband easily. Thank you, Your Grace. I will prepare a place to stay while she's there. Thank you. Your Grace, my land has been plundered. I've been robbed by a horde of rampaging Radovians? No, Your Grace, rabbits. It's a serious problem when you're a lettuce farmer. I kinda need all my supplies, but here, I take some gold. I should have read that. Ah, thank you, Your Grace. We'll invest this wisely. I just got kind of like... Your Grace, I'm Pauline, a groundbreaking painter. I come to you with a special offer. I've always lived in Davern, so I've come to you first, my king. I bring you my most cherished and valuable painting. Royals are likely to fight over it when I put it on auction, but I won't give you a chance to take it before anyone else does. My paintings are known all across all the nations, whatever. But I don't think I have to tell you that. I know you have a famous one of mine, the one of the Grey Mountains. Yes, of course, it's beautiful. Tell me, what do you have for me, Paul? I have a painting of the battle for Brianna. It's somewhat abstract, full of emotions. It shows the soldiers running towards their enemy. In the background, there's a waning moon, and a big fire spans across the whole battlefield. It's called Fire at the Waning Moon, but looks like a bunch of squares. It's an impressionist painting, Your Grace. I'm a pioneer in this bold, fantastic, brave art movement. How much do you want for this? I have a special price for you, lower than I can offer anyone else. I'll take it. Might not be nice in the council room. Thank you, Paul. Anything else? Feel free to... Yeah. I am most honored for my paintings to decorate the royal walls. Thank you, Your Grace. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna send Stan out to hopefully find us some help. Boots, Babushka, Beloved Son, you're in the village, flooded village, poverty in the village on fire, crop problems. You in? Question. My tavern friend. You are the first I shall invite to join us. Though I have many to speak with. That really is just a bunch of blocks. Did I have to take that? Yeah, I took down the stork painting. Darling. Baird would like to marry Salia. He's offering quite a big chunk of his army in return. Really? What made him think that we'd let Salia marry him? We need a prince, not some old fart. He knows we are desperate for soldiers. There might be nothing left of Davern if we lose. Are you suggesting we should agree to it? No. Of course not. However, if If you don't gather enough soldiers, Atana will raise this place to the ground along with all of us. They can't do that. Why don't we just flee? If we know we're going to lose, what's the point in trying? What sort of king would I be if I left my people to die? We've got to try. We still have some time to prepare. Hopefully other kings will agree to help us. What are we going to do, Eric? The gods have doomed us. We have no good fortune. Everything's just going horribly wrong. Sometimes I wish we were just peasants. Calm down. Everything is going to be fine. Make sure you and the girls are safe during the battle. You shouldn't worry so much. Go and lie down. Fine. I'll try to fall asleep. Okay. We need a lot of stuff. And we definitely don't have the money for it all. But we will reinforce the gate. We will reinforce the walls. We will get some hot oil. Get a second thing. And unfortunately, that's all we can do right now. If I didn't need to start summoning people to get troops, I'd leave my specialists out, but I've told the villagers you want to see them regarding the call to arms. They should be here shortly. Grace, I'm back from that cult of trees. He asked me to look for a daemon called Volus. Apparently he takes the shape of a one-eyed bear. It's not an easy hunt, but I found him. Strangely, he was just outside of our castle walls. I've taken the body to the forest as proof. The folks seemed very happy. They were. Lurs, you called for me, Your Grace. Lurs, I wish for help, but you are unfortunately busy, man. I'd sell the paintings, but if I'm desperate, I will. Your Grace, nice to see you again. Will you join my army in the upcoming battle? We have a chance to win the war, but we need to build up our defenses. My tavern business is booming, Your Grace. I will never give up on it. You can count on me and my men. Be ready. The battle starts in 17 weeks. Your Grace, bless you from all the existing gods. You are truly a savior. I owe you my life to you. My wife has taken me back, and it was the luckiest day of my life. I don't have much to offer, but here's a sack of potatoes. Thank you, Boguslav. I hope you and your wife are happy. Let's put this rest of my supplies, yes. For the past couple of days, weird noises and humming has been coming from the well. Boo, 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 boo. First we thought something was playing a trick on us. But no one could survive in the well for almost a week. It could be... What a knife! Perhaps he got bored sitting in the place and he moved to the well. Maybe he's hungry, or perhaps he just wants a little company. We're not sure, but we would rather not get close to that well. I'm going to the river to collect the water, but it's a chore. I can't afford any of this, I'm sorry. Just don't throw rocks at him or it will annoy him and he will soon move on. But this could take weeks and these trips to the river can be dangerous. I know, I'm sorry. Your Grace! Butcher in my village keeps throwing bits of leftovers on the path. It rots and smells. Can't sleep because I get a headache from the strong smell. God knows what disease this pile of rotten meat holds. Please, Your Grace, can you help? Alright, General, go talk to him. He's finally safe. The neighbors are going to be glad to hear of this. I should have come here a long time ago. You should have. Back before I needed every hand on deck. Oh, so even the people I turned down, oh no, are listed. So I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no. That's problematic for me, because I have a bad memory. Can't really afford to do anything right now. I can't afford to buy upgrades, I can't afford to fill a box. Revenue week 34. Your Grace? I've tried talking to the butcher. He didn't really want to listen to me. He insisted he wanted to come and see you. You should expect him soon. Thank you. Is this him? No? Okay. Looks like it could be. I don't know. I've healed the wounded hunter, Your Grace. The poor folk shouldn't be trying to hunt alone. Thank you for your service. A pleasure. I'm ready for your next orders, Your Grace. I told the villagers you wanted to see them regarding call to arms. They should be here shortly. Your Grace, we invested the gold you gave us in a special fence. It's deep enough to stop rabbits from burrowing into our lettuce patch. We'd be honored if you would accept some of our fine produce as a thank you. Thank you. Your Grace, you have called for me. Lead you on my army in the upcoming battle. We have a chance to win the war, but my army needs you. You've saved their children. You've chased Babushka out of our villages. We are at your service, Your Grace. Be ready. Battle starts in 16 weeks. I'm selling sacks of supplies, Your Grace. Let me help you with your struggle. I offer the best prices in Davern. Get out of here is what I think. Who's this? My lord, we seek shelter. Our village is entirely destroyed. We have no place to go, no place to call home. Can you help us? What village do you speak of? Brinks, my lord. I've never heard of such a village. Must be awfully far away, behind the mountains, far. Yes, my lord. Radovian say, my lord, my grace, your grace. We realize who we are to you. We realize our brothers fought with you. We realize we're not welcomed here, but we have no other choice. Many have died, and many need to die no more. I urge you, I beg of you, help us. We have no weapons, nor bad intentions. We simply want to live. Unarmed, you say? I've just returned from battle with your king. I marched to meet him with an army and returned with but a few men. We're at war. Why would we help you? We did not want this fight, nor know how to defend ourselves. Bayron did all he could to help get as many of us through as possible. The rest of us are stuck behind the mountain trail. We're not who you think we are. We came here to seek peace. Lies or not, I cannot help you. It's just a couple dozen of us. Women and children, we just want a place to stay. We have nowhere else to go. There must be something you can do. You should know that my decision's not just based on my opinion. Some kings have advised me to help you, but some were against that. I can't afford 5 supplies a week if I'm gonna be for siege. I can't. I want to help them. I can't afford it. I just can't. General, get rid of them. I'm sorry, I truly am, but we have no room for more mouths, and we cannot risk rebellions from your people. Your Grace, we came in peace. We're unarmed. In peace? Your man slaughtered my army. It's merciful of me to give you a quick death. Be gone. General, take them away. I can see in your eyes that you're lost like all of us. Your Grace, I have a vicious stomachache. For 5 days there's been no sign of the stool. My old mother had prepared prune juice, a special mixture. It didn't work. Actually, it's worse since then. If I didn't know any better, I would think she wants to put an end to me. I think constipation should term the extra huge. Oh, poor fellow, won't you? Don't bother me with such petty matters. Visit a healer. I'm sure they would help. They cost money, Your Grace. All I have is 2 chickens. The house is my mother's. I have to wait until she passes away to get her things. Take this gold. I shouldn't give you the gold. I literally just... Well, it was 7 gold and 1 that. I feel terrible. But I gotta think of the family. Darling. During the King's Summit, King Fabion asked me to help people from Radovia. He was clear that he will join our forces if we do so. On the other hand, King Yedric said he would help if I exterminate all of them. That's great, honey. Means we'll get help either way. Yes, I suppose. Some Radovians have visited our halls this week. They had nerve to ask for gold and supplies after all their king's done to us. I decided I had to help them. You were right to do that, sweetheart. They ought to find help somewhere else. You're going to have to stay strong and turn them all away. I know, honey. Do you, though? Because it feels wrong. don't have anyone I can really invite, which is sad. I could invite Noxie just for the fun of it, but no. I can invite Grego and start selling him things, but also no. But that is... You know. We have supplies. If I can quick get through things, I can start trying to just stock up on funds, because look at how fast it grows without them there. But for now, that's where we're going to leave this particular stream. There will be no stream tomorrow, but we will be back on Saturday with either the captain or more of Yes Your Grace. I'm not sure which. But we will be back Saturday. So for now, thank you for watching, and have a good one.